The people on television say my dog was taken and used for food. So maybe he said that, and maybe that's a good thing to say for a city manager.
I'm not taking this from
but
television.
But the people
I'm
on
taking
television
it from the city
saying
manager.
their dog was eaten by the people that went there.
Again, the Springfield city manager says there's no evidence.
It makes a duck face. He was making the duck face. He would not look at her. He would not meet her eye. He would not engage her. He would not look up from the podium.
Everybody knows the type. The aging, doddering, pathetic old fool who just doesn't know when to hang it up. There's nothing more useless. It's sad to watch, really, but time catches up with everyone eventually. You wouldn't want your crazy elderly uncle who's lost his marbles wandering the streets like this, talking out of his ass. I mean, it's just embarrassing. And that's why the choice is so simple this year. Let's band together this election, and let's get this man the long-term geriatric care he obviously needs. American prisons offer elderly and senile inmates excellent medical care for the duration of their sentences. So vote for Kamala Harris for president. Let's do the humane thing for this sad, pathetic old clown.
Heartless America, land I love, stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans wide before. God bless America.
Obama shifting production to Thailand.
10,000 known or suspected gang members in Tanzania. The diversity lottery, Yosemite.
Do you think Biden can do that? I don't think so. I don't think so.
Silence of the Lamb. Has anyone ever seen the Silence of the Lamb? The late, great Hannibal Lecter is a wonderful man. He oftentimes would have a friend for dinner. Remember the last scene? Excuse me, I'm about to have a friend for dinner as this poor doctor walked by. I'm about to have a friend for dinner, but Hannibal Lecter. Congratulations, the late, great Hannibal Lecter. Look at the governor of West Virginia, the previous governor of West Virginia. He said the baby will be born and we will decide what to do with the baby. In other words, we'll execute the baby. And nobody on the other side was killed. Ashley Babbitt was shot by an out-of-control police officer. Took in billions and billions of dollars, as you know, from China. In fact, they never took the tariff off because it was so much money they can't. It would totally destroy everything that they've set out to do. They're taking in billions of dollars from China and other places. They've left the tariffs on. When I had it, I had tariffs, and yet I had no inflation.
And what you will also notice is that people start leaving his rallies early out of exhaustion and boredom.
She said people start leaving. People don't go to her rallies. There's no reason to go. And the people that do go, she's bussing them in and paying them to be there, and then showing them in a different light. So she can't talk about that. People don't leave my rallies. We have the biggest rallies, the most incredible rallies in the history of politics.
What the Wharton School has said is Donald Trump's plan would actually explode the deficit.
I went to the Wharton School of Finance, and many of those professors, the top professors, think my plan is a brilliant plan. It's a great plan. It's a plan that's going to bring up our worth, our value as a country. It's going to make people want to be able to go and work and create jobs and create a lot of good, solid money for our country.
There is no state in this country where it is legal to kill a baby after it's born.
I just want to clarify here. You bring up Springfield, Ohio, and ABC News did reach out to the city manager there. He told us there have been no credible reports of specific claims of pets being harmed, injured, or abused by individuals within the immigrant community.
Well, I've seen people on television.
Let me just say here, this is
the people on television say my dog was taken and used for food. So maybe he said that, and maybe that's a good thing to say for a city manager.
I'm not taking this from
but
television.
But the people
I'm
on
taking it from
television
the city
saying their
manager.
dog was eaten by the people that went there.
Again, the Springfield city manager says there's no evidence.
The people, including Mayor Bloomberg, agreed with me on the Central Park Five. They admitted, they said, they pled guilty. And I said, well, if they pled guilty, they badly hurt a person, killed a person ultimately. And if they pled guilty, then they pled, we're not guilty. Viktor Orban, one of the most respected men, they call him a strong man. He's a tough person, smart, Prime Minister of Hungary. They said, why is the whole world blowing up? 3 years ago, it wasn't. Why is it blowing up? He said, because you need Trump back as president. Can you imagine you're a parent and your son leaves the house and you say, Jimmy, I love you so much. Go have a good day in school. And your son comes back with a brutal operation. Can you even imagine this? To indoctrinate America's youth with all sorts of things that you don't want to have our youth hearing. Ultimately, we'll live, and you know what we're doing here. I say it all the time. I'm dying to get back to do this. We will ultimately eliminate the Federal Department of Education and send education back to Wisconsin and back to the states. We'll send it back to the states so that Ron Johnson can run it, okay? We'll send it back.
I don't like this. I don't like to admit this. I don't like that this is a fact of life. But if you are a psycho and you want to make headlines, you realize that our schools are soft targets. And we have got to bolster security at our schools so that a person who walks through the front door...
Rather than defending him, this shift highlights a significant change in how Trump is being perceived and supported by those who once championed him. This reaction is partly due to a broader conservative mindset. Many conservatives view fairness and balanced treatment as forms of oppression, particularly because they are accused to having their viewpoints dominate unchallenged. When faced with slightly fair conditions, they often react strongly, perceiving it as a threat to their established dominance. The recent debate was notable, fair, and demonstrated a stringently effective performance against Trump. It was arguably one of the most impactful debates seen in recent times. The debate performance was not only superior to Biden's earlier debates or Hillary Clinton from the 2016 election, but also surpassed the effectiveness of Barack Obama's debate against John McCain and Mitt Romney. This level of dominance in the debate is particularly striking because it occurred under fair conditions, which Trump and his supporters find difficult to accept. In summary, Trump's solid support is eroding with key figures distance themselves and criticizing his performance. Thanks for watching American Political Buzz. If you enjoyed today's incitement and reactions, don't forget hit that subscribe button and turn on notification so you never miss an update. Share your thoughts in comments below. For more breaking news, election updates, and policy analysis, stay connected with us. Follow on American Political Buzz and keep up with the latest trends and current political arena. See you in the next video.